Colombia, which shares a border with Venezuela, now calling for de-escalation in the region. Officials there say Colombia is now making efforts to protect its civilian population and preserve stability along the border. Lilia Luciano is live from Cúcuta, Colombia, near the border with Venezuela. And Lilia, how is Colombia responding right now to events just across the border?
Well, Mary, good morning. What I have been hearing from Colombian authorities, from Colombian ministers, the Minister of Defense was explaining to me yesterday that they have to protect their border. It's about 1,200 miles of border because they expect that there are a number of scenarios that could result in either violence spilling over, trafficking and armed militias or cartels spilling over that violence and trafficking into Colombia, or a migration crisis. So many things can go wrong to destabilize the country. And I say destabilize, the country has been destabilized. It's been under authoritarian rule. Of course, the bombings removed Maduro, but there are figures from the Maduro regime, or rather the bombings destabilized the country to a certain degree. Then Maduro was captured. There was significant concern. There was uncertainty there. It seems like things are calm now, but there's a number of scenarios that could result in a catastrophe over there. People could start fighting. They have these urban guerrillas. There's the military that right now is urging peace and calm, but if there are protests, things could get unsafe, and that could escalate into a migration crisis. That's why we're here, because this is the border that connects Colombia to Venezuela. It's a dynamic place, and so as you're seeing, there's people coming in and out of the country right now with their suitcases. In the event that Venezuela descends into chaos, you're going to see masses of people trying to get into Colombia, as we've seen in the past throughout this regime. Right now, what I'm hearing from Venezuelans who are here, who are hoping to go back to their country, is they're waiting. They're cautiously hopeful. They have seen many instances in the past where things seemed like they would change, including last year when the opposition won the election and they thought something was going to change and nothing changed. And now we're dealing with President Trump says that the U.S. is negotiating with the members of the regime leadership that are still in place in hopes that something is going to change, but they don't trust that until there is a democratically elected leader there, they could go back to a more stable place.
Lilia Luciano, we know you'll be following it for us. Thank you. Live from Colombia this morning, Lilia. Thank you. And be sure to stay with CBS News New York as we follow the court arraignment today for Nicolas Maduro and his wife. We will have a live special report at noon.